I don't have a baton.
Gotta stand. She'll tell you what to do.
A peddler in the noose. Sounds crazy? No. But in our little shtetl of Fox Point, Efka, each of us remembers when we had a peddler in the noose. When we got rid of that evil man and hung him up by the neck. It wasn't easy. You may ask, why do we remember such an unpleasant thing? We remember because, as the good book says, we should always remember to wipe out his memory so we forget him and never forget to remember to forget. So, why now do we remember our obligation to make sure he's forgotten? That I can tell you in a phrase. It's Purim.
It's Purim.
Warte eine Minute.
It's Purim. It's Purim. It's Purim. It's Purim. It's Purim. It's Purim.
And because it's Purim, we've done silly things for many years. Here in Fox Point, Efka, we celebrated Purim in many different ways. Different costumes, different music, different bad jokes. You may ask, why do they bother to think up these bad jokes every year? I'll tell you, I don't know. But it's Purim, and because it's Purim, it's time for more bad jokes and time to meet people in our story once again.
Who threw a bash that lasted over 3 months, where he got us all drunk, told the queen to dance, and when she refused, so banished her forever. Family values never fail. King Aha, King Aha, it's Purim. King Aha, King Aha. It's Purim.
Who must save the day from all these ruling men? So partisan, so off again. Who must fix the government and save the Jews? So Ahaz's free to think he's still in charge. Queen Esther,
Queen Esther, it's Purim.
Queen Esther,
Queen Esther, it's Purim.
I raised her from a little girl. My Esther's now the queen.
the mic.
Before she left, I counseled her, don't say you're Jewish. Oh, yeah.
I finished.
All.
Put it by your mouth.
Mordecai,
Mordecai, it's Purim.
Mordecai,
Mordecai, it's Purim.
and
Who is the bad guy? The old, the schmo, the bum. The one who will get hung up before this play is done. Bad Haman, Bad Haman, it's Purim. Bad Haman, Bad Haman, it's Purim.
Your Majesty.
Your Majesty, we've got sores with this Vashti incident. Big party, getting drunk, demanding that Vashti dance, banishing her in a rage. Wait, Soros! But I have the perfect spin for your scandal, a wonderful soundbite.
So no,
So I'll say, I'm sorry for what I did to Queen Vashti. But after all, I was drunk, and I couldn't help myself. I'm only human. Besides, it was a private matter between me and the Queen, and it doesn't really affect my job performance as monarch. Spin, Meister, spin me a tale. Weave me a yarn that cannot fail. Spin, Meister, spin it in time to be on the evening news. Spin, Meister, here's a good plot. Find a new bride, fill Vashti's spot. Let's get the word out to village and town that I feel remorse. I've changed my course. I need a wife for my new life, and maybe this spin will win.
And so King Ahasuerus sent word to village and town that maidens should be sought who might become his next queen. Now, it so happened there was a certain Jew in Shushan, the castle, whose name was Mordecai, the son of Jair, the son of Shimei, the son of Kish, a Benjaminite.
But my friends just call me Morty.
In any case, Mordecai was the one who brought up Hadassah, who preferred to be called Esther because people kept asking her if she was named after a hospital. Anyhow, Esther was Mort's uncle's daughter, and she had neither father nor mother, so when her father and mother died, Uncle Morty took her for his own daughter. Morty, thinking queenhood might not be a bad job for a smart, beautiful Jewish girl, sent Esther off to the palace to take part in the queen contest. Before she left, he gave her a few words of advice.
Esther, my daughter, it's time for you to go. But before you go, I want to give you a few words of advice. Don't put all your money in the stock market. Don't believe the weather forecast. And more importantly, don't the king, you're Jewish. Your background do not tell the king. We don't know he would be all right or an anti-Semite. Stop, dear Esther, don't tell. Don't say that you are Jewish. Don't say you are part of the tribe. Even I give you another chance, I'll do that queenhood dance. That day you will be his wife.
God has sent you for some reason, though just at this season we don't know what for. But King Ahab is a strange fish. If he knows you're Jewish, you'll be out the door.
Don't tell the king you're kosher. No shellfish, no piggies, no treif. Don't try to see if this king will fall for your great matzo balls. That's no way to stay safe.
To Esther, queen of Persia, oy vey, our parents would fell.
But we feel sure if they joined us here, they'd say it loud and clear. Chief Mankin, please don't tell. Don't say that you are Jewish. What sure is this never news could produce? For we can see at the royal court a queen whose name is Schwartz. No, you must try this ruse.
Well, of course, Esther did go to the palace and was named queen of all Persia. And Mordecai would go and sit by the palace gate, hoping to hear news of his niece. Anyhow, while Mordecai was sitting in the gate, he overheard Bigtan and Teresh plotting to kill the king. This he knew was not a good thing.
If we kill the king
More.
now, boy, oh boy, oh boy, I'm thinking we could have an awful lot of fun. Poison, strangle, or asphyxiate. We could even use a gun.
We couldn't
Impeach him.
He's an independent
Consul to spend millions digging dirt. He'd find something we could prosecute, some way to make sure this guy gets hurt. If we are smart, they won't know who knocked the big king off, who hatched this file, bring him down. Then we'd both escape without getting caught. Of course, we'd miss our chance to talk with that couple. A spot called the plot to take the crown. For how much could the movie rights be bought? We could appear on all the usual shows. To meet Barbara Walters would be great. Larry King and us, what a sight to see. We'd write a book that earns us millions of bucks, and when someone kills the head of state, the two of us could offer punditry. Ah. Let us kill the king now. Nothing stopping us from claiming all our fortune and our fame. Pay attention to these palace guards. We'll be famous, it won't be so hard. Let's do lunch soon, would you like our cards? In this story we are stars.
Unfortunately, things did not work out so well for Bigam and Teresh. As soon as Mordecai reported their plot to the royal authorities, not only did their political ambitions go away, but the two of them were hung out to dry, literally. Of course, the whole Megillah about Mordecai had saved the king's life was written down in the king's book of political favors. This, you should know, will be an important plot development for later on. Meanwhile, back at the palace, things were not going so well for Mordecai. It seems that after these things, King Ahasuerus promoted Haman. The princes that were with him, of course, got box seats. You gotta pay extra. He decided to institute a few changes around the palace.
Down. Here's a new rule that you should follow. Here's a new rule you should obey. If you have dreams of getting older,
Slow down.
don't delay.
Some say that he's just Meshuggah.
Some call him tyrant and unfair. We tell them flattery gets you nowhere. Bow down, bend knees when you see me. Quickly get you flat. He can be merciful and friendly if you show him the right respect. You won't get hurt if you eat dirt when he passes by. Just kiss his ring for extra credit. You can and be sure that you won't die.
Who is this fellow? He's not bowing. What a Jew named Mordecai.
Maybe he has a strange ambition, suicide.
I'm sorry, Haman, but I'm Jewish. We only bow to Adonai.
Think this through carefully, or you might die.
Down stands tall, which one will fall? We can't wait to see. No matter which of them ends up dead, it will be great on pay TV.
Now, when Haman realized that Mordecai had a prostrate problem, he was, as the good book says, full of wrath. Being full of wrath, Haman decided to punish Mordecai by destroying the entire Jewish people. He even got King Ahasuerus to agree to this evil plan by arranging for campaign contributions from some wealthy Indonesian bankers. Then, with the king's approval, Haman held a press conference in the briefing room and sent word to all the king's provinces.
To destroy, to slay, and to cause to perish all Jews, both young and old, little children and women, in one day, even upon the 13th day of the 12th month of Adar, which is a month, Adar, and to take the spoil of them for a prey.
This was not good. Mordecai was mortified. He put on sackcloth and ashes and went out into the midst of the city and cried with a loud and bitter cry.
Hi.
Then Mort got word to Queen Esther about Haman's plot to kill the Jews, and asked her to go and see the king and plead for her people. Esther replied that the king was not really the spontaneous type, and unless you had an appointment, going to see him could get you killed. So Mordecai sent word back to Esther.
Narishkeit.
That was the word Mordecai sent back. Unfortunately, Esther, who lived in Persia around 200 BCE, didn't speak much Yiddish, and so she asked for a clarification of this message. So Mordecai had them return this answer unto Esther.
Think not with thyself that thou art Jewish, and shall escape in the king's home.
Give it to him. Give birth to Mordecai.
Oh. More than all the Jews. For if you altogether holdest thy peace at this time, then with relief and deliverance arise to the Jews from another place. But thou and thy father's house shall perish, and who knoweth?
Who knoweth?
Who knoweth whether thou art not come to royal estate for such a time as this?
Give it to Etsy.
In other words,
Narishkeit.
Anyhow, Esther apparently changed her mind and told Uncle Mort they have all the Jewish people fast, and she also would fast, and then try her luck with the king. After fasting for 3 days, Esther went to see the king. Thank God the king was happy for the chance to schmooze with his favorite wife, and he welcomed Esther warmly. She in turn invited Ahasuerus and Haman to come to her palace to break the fast. At the break of fast, Esther ate too much, got a stomachache, invited and Haman to come back for a party the next day.
That night, King Ahasuerus could not sleep. Anyhow, the king called for the book of political favors to be read to him. Learning the first time of Mordecai's heroic deed in the matter of Bigthan and Teresh, King Ahasuerus asked what had been done to reward Mordecai. When his advisor told him that nothing had been done for Mordecai, the king called for Haman. The king asked,
Okay, suppose, there's this guy that the king wants to honor. For doing something really cool for him. And what would you recommend we do, for such a person?
Haman, thinking that he could only be referring to him, began dreaming of elaborate rewards. Let's listen in.
Haman, stand up. Help me figure out what I must do to reward a man who was brave. Something to repay a man who kept me from the grave. Look at me.
Maybe by this hero condo.
Me.
Something to remind a man who is brave. Something to repay a man who kept me free from the grave.
Just singing her lines. Haman, you're a genius, I thank you. Do this all for Morty, the Jew. Oh, what did I say?
Why do I feel so
great? We thought this would be nice. Sit down.
Anyhow, the next night, the king and Haman came to banquet with Esther the queen. And the king said again unto Esther on the second day at the banquet of wine, whatever thy petition, Queen Esther, it shall be granted thee, and whatever thy request, even to half the kingdom, it shall be performed. Then Esther the queen answered and said,
You're cute when you're drunk.
Into the mic.
You're cute when you're drunk.
Then Esther the queen answered and said,
Would you kill me?
Would I what?
Would you kill me?
Would I kill you? With the trouble over Vashti and the plot to have me killed. Your sweet head with such strange nourishkeit now is filled. Maybe it's indigestion.
Ahasuerus, I'm asking you a question. Would you kill me?
Nourishkeit.
I know, but would you kill me?
Would I kill you? I searched this whole land looking for you, sad and hurt, feeling blue. Vashti left me and I felt bad. Then you answered my prayers. Do you think that I've gone mad?
Aha. Just after I wed you, that Haman came to say he was mean.
He was tough,
He was evil.
but knew his stuff.
This Haman said he would do what he could do to wipe out all the Jews. And so I'm asking, aha, would you kill me?
You're a Jew?
I am. So, would you kill me?
Would I kill you? little too far, though he looked like a star. But when he tries to kill my wife, he must pay with his life.
Then you'll save us.
Yes, my little matzo ball.
And then we'll see Haman fall.
Although I never knew she was a Jew, as an interfaith pair, our love is true.
So they hanged Haman on the gallows that he had prepared for Mordecai. Gave Mordecai Haman's old job and went to the briefing room of the palace to explain why. As in all political scandals, a few hits had to roll before the scandal could be finished. The king also issued an executive order allowing the Jews to defend themselves, which apparently the Jews did quite successfully, slaughtering many of their enemies and launching one of the most successful outreach programs in Jewish history, as thousands of Persians suddenly became Jews by choice.
Then Mordecai stepped up to the podium and told all the Jews near and far. He had to tell them separately because, as you know, the far Jews and the near Jews didn't talk. Anyhow, Mordecai told them that they should keep the 14th and 15th days of the month Adar every year, the day where the Jews had rest from their enemies, and the month which is turned unto them from sorrow to gladness, and from mourning into a good day, that they should make them